Arco Studios in Oklahoma City. This is an OU update with Ryan Aber. I'm Jenny Carlson. Ryan, the Sooners just keep rolling along, playing well, but they did get a nice sign of a return, if you will, from Cam Clark the other day against Baylor. He'd been playing good defense, doing a lot of good things for him, but his shot wasn't there. That changed against Baylor.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd had a couple games where he just scored 7, had really struggled from the field, couldn't find that mid-range jumper that made him so lethal early in non-conference and even in the early in the conference season against teams like Kansas. He found that on Saturday against Baylor and really helped the Sooners light up the Bears early. Cam Clark and Buddy Hield combined for the game for the first 23 points for the Sooners and really got them in a rhythm until other guys started hitting shots and even getting chances to hit shots. And when Cam Clark is on offensively, this is a completely different team on that end of the floor. They're able to do so much more things. They don't have to rely on one guy being hot every night. You don't have to lean on Buddy Hield. You don't have to lean on Ryan Spangler nearly as much, and that frees them up to do other things.
Well, you mentioned not leaning on Ryan Spangler. The double-double machine doesn't score a point for the Sooners against Baylor, and they still win decisively. I mean, I know people don't like to see Ryan Spangler not score, but that's got to be a good sign for the Sooners.
Yeah, it is. It's just another sign that they're a team that doesn't rely on one guy getting hot every night. All 5 of those starters have the potential to have big scoring games. We saw Isaiah Cousins have a big one, and especially in the second half of that game. He hadn't done much of that all year, but they're the only team in Division I that has all 5 starters have started every game this season, and all 5 starters are averaging in double figures. And that's a really good thing when you get to tournament time, when you get to play one-and-done games, because you're not leaning on that one guy to be everything for your team.
Definitely so. All right, let's look ahead for the Sooners a little bit this week. Kind of a strange confluence of scheduling for the Sooners, if you will. Wednesday night against Texas Tech, a team everybody's talking about after Saturday's game against Oklahoma State, and Saturday it's Bedlam against Oklahoma State. Kind of a weird setup, but some games that are winnable for the Sooners.
Oh, absolutely. Oklahoma went down to Lubbock in a tough environment a couple weeks ago and came out with a big win down there. Tubby Smith obviously has that team playing pretty well right now, much better than they have in the past. I think that speaks to the level of coaching in this league, the elevation that it's gotten the last couple years. Certainly they're capable of going on the road and winning. They're capable of beating a lot of teams in this league, as we've seen with Baylor early in the season when they were a top 10 team with Oklahoma State the other day. And then they face Oklahoma State on Saturday in yet another Bedlam game. And that's an Oklahoma State team that's missing Marcus Smart now with the suspension. And OU was able to win the game in Norman. And certainly with the rotation that the Cowboys are going to bring, they got to feel really good about that game.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Sure, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.